She was just there for the season.
Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 105.
Cinco.
It's a beautiful thing. OT is in the building.
I'm here.
Is in the motherfucking building, goddamn me, and it's gonna be a rough one.
I'm the Trill AC. This is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast. How you fellas doing on this glorious afternoon?
Gucci,
baby.
Gucci.
Shout out to Kiki
Yes.
from the Cocktails Podcast. Came through and rocked with us on the previous pod. That was fun, man. We definitely got to do more collabs going forward. It's very light. It's good conversation, informative. You know, normally when we got women on these microphones, it's combat, but you know, it was cool to just have, you know, a chick there and we just kicking it and chopping it up, you know, whatever. But yeah, Kiki is definitely a real one, man. We're gonna link with her very, very, very soon again.
They was mad we only dropped an hour.
I know, man.
I'm saying, Jim.
I said they was gonna be mad about this shit. But you know, hey man, it's just sometimes what they call for. But y'all gonna thank us in about 3 days. Yeah, y'all gonna think it's about 3 days. Battle of the Sexes 6 will be dropping Friday. What's that? The 8th?
The 8th, yeah.
July 8th. Battle of the Sexes will be coming, so I can't wait for y'all to see that. Definitely looking forward to that. In terms of the docket today, we have a lengthy one. Hope y'all boys had some good sleep last night. Got to eat good before we did it. Yeah, this motherfucker very girthy.
Man,
Big girthy.
we gotta make up for it.
Big girthy.
That's a
I
fact.
might get 4 hours today. Nah, y'all ain't getting no 4 hours.
And we got an announcement for y'all.
Damn, boy, so he's gonna give it all to him.
Hell no, we can't give it all to him yet.
Yeah, I don't know. We ain't gonna be able to make it today, but we got an announcement very soon.
Gonna do the rollout.
For sure. I mean, we gotta roll it out the right way. But I mean, you know, hint. But today, just real quick, because we didn't get to touch this one last week. Roe vs. Wade has officially been overturned. What that means is abortions would now be illegal in most states. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there's been outrage behind it, man. You know, women are protesting, twerking, protests, and all type of different things going on. You know, men are kind of, I don't know, men, you got like mixed reviews. Some men kind of mad about it. Some men are celebrating it, whatever the case may be. So I want to get y'all's take on it. Man, what did y'all think when this, you know, Roe vs. Wade situation came down and abortions are no longer legal in most states?
I just hate one thing I hate about the rule is it's everything. You get what I'm saying? Like they made it all or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And everything isn't all or nothing. I feel like they should have put a few holes in it as far as like rape victims and all that type of stuff. Like if you prove to be raped, then you can get the abortion and all these type of things. Like if you can prove you have a life threatening health problem, having kids, that should be abortion worthy. So I think it should be shit like that. But for you to make it all or nothing, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Oh, when the verdict came down, what was your immediate thoughts?
Man, I was trying to really put myself in their shoes because it's so many freedoms that we have just as men, just on a natural, but so many limitations that our women have, you know, by law. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, like this is a huge blow. You know, when you have situations with people bringing a child into this world unwarranted, you know, so, man, I don't know. I had a lot of mixed just thoughts and just confusion and just like, okay, what else will they do next? You know what I'm saying? They can just overturn this. Like, where are we headed? So that's kind of the headspace that I was in. But, you know, it's just, y'all really have to be careful now, at least for now, until this back. I mean, we don't even know if they'll reverse it back.
I think Biden has set some legislation in order to kind of override that overturn, but that has to be approved or voted before it can come in there. But right now, the law is what it is, and I think they said that states have 60 days
I was like 30.
Yeah, 30 days, 60 days left to where, that sounds crazy. Like, if you want to just go get the abortion real quick, this is now your time. Like, that sounds crazy.
That sounds crazy.
but that's the reality of the situation. I think my immediate thoughts was just wow. Because more times than not, it's more men in these rooms making these decisions, and it has to do with women's bodies. So that right there kind of rubs me the wrong way right out the gate. Right? But then on the opposite end, I looked at it like, well, women have always had control of birth, having children, whatever the case may be, on the back end. To whereas, again, men have control on the front end in terms of who we choose to inseminate, who we choose to get pregnant, whatever. That's our choice on the front end. But after that, it's in the woman's court, whether or not the man want to have a baby or not. The woman want to have a baby, she had to have, she gonna have it, and man just got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? To where they can kind of like force you into parenthood per se. But I think now what that rule did is that it evened it up on the back end. To where it's like, you know what? You got pregnant, you got to have a baby now, whether you want to be a parent or not type of situation. And this is what a lot of men have been having to deal with for decades. But, it's just interesting, the outlash and the, negative reception that it had considering these very facts. You know what I'm saying? And I think that brings us to a question. Who do y'all feel like, should bear the most responsibility in terms of the decision making whether or not to have a child?
What you mean by responsibility, though?
Meaning that up until now, up until this reversal, women have had the majority of the say in terms of whether or not to have a kid, right? Because, hey, it's my body, my choice.
The say.
I got to carry it. Whether or not the man wanted to have it or not, after she's pregnant, it's all in her, her field. They both made a decision to have the sex, but on the back end, only one person made the decision on whether or not to have the baby. So, I guess I'm asking, like, was that the correct way of doing things, or is now that it's more even on the back end, is that a better scenario, I guess, from your perspective?
Go ahead, though.
Oh, it's a lot. It's still a lot to process. I don't think so. Right now, it kind of makes it worse because now you'll have women going in back alleys or doctor's office that's not approved of it, or even it's gonna be some men already acting irrational lines. So it's like, well, I don't want the baby here, so you may not be here either. And that's already going on right now.
Yeah.
So with this being overturned and the woman not really having a choice at all with her body, it's like shit might get ugly out here. So that's why everybody, y'all just need to be more careful and be selective with who y'all want to be with, because I don't know. I feel just in general, you should be careful, but then you'll also, people will say, well, I thought he was cool up until I got pregnant. And then that's when things change. And then men say the same thing. So, you kind of hear all types of stories just from all angles. So, but just in general, like if you playing it safe, if you vetting that partner right, if you actually are having sex with people that you are interested in, I just feel whenever that child does come and when you find out you are pregnant, you're not as upset or not as ready to just get rid of the baby, because this is my friend, or we're in a relationship, we're gonna make this work, and things of that nature. So it takes out their freedom to kind of be as reckless as some of them are. Some, not all, but in general, but also like Smooth said too, I don't like how it just all across the board is all or nothing, because you got plenty of victims out there of abuse and things like that, and it's like they out there helpless, and they can't really do nothing about it.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely don't rock with that side.
Just looking at the numbers and what they project and all these things, right? When y'all really go do some research on it, like I know a lot of women that's outraged about it and all that, but when you really just step back from being mad and really research why they did it, it wasn't for black or brown people. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for us. It was for the other side, because they not having babies like us. You know what I'm saying? It's projected in I think it's 2032 to where the United States will be down to 97% brown people. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you affect. When you start affecting the other side, that's when shit start happening. That's just the way it goes. So they seen where it was going. We stop abortions. We stop these people from getting abortions. Because no matter what they say, black people, we don't get the most abortions in America.
That's a fact.
The other side do. That's just how it works. So to overturn it and make it to where you can't get an abortion until after 6 weeks, hell, most women don't know they pregnant until they like 8 weeks.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So they made it damn near impossible for them to go get an abortion now. You get what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to they say you're going to have the back doors and all, in the alleys and all that type of stuff. But for most people not going to know people like that. So they're going to be forced to have a baby. And that's what they want for the other side because they not having babies like us. They're not having babies like black people. They're not having babies like Hispanic people. They're not. So that's why rules change like that. Every law that ever been changed that affects the masses of people, it's not for us. No matter how it affects us, it's not for us. It's for the other side. It's how it works. So.
Yeah, I think with this law coming in, I think both of y'all touched on it. In terms of responsibility, people got to be more responsible and got to vet people more so before you have the kids. I mean, before you have sex with them. I think we in a generation now, man. Where you can meet a chick at the club tonight and be having sex with her in the car. At the club, not even then left the club. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the place we in now.
Am I parked in the back far enough?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So what that does is that creates a lot of these quote unquote reckless scenarios that I was talking about earlier. So now you done had sex with this man raw at the club, one night stand, whatever the case may be, and you pop up pregnant, and because you want to have the baby for whatever your reasons are, because I've heard a wide array of them since this done came out. I had complications having baby. The doctor said I wasn't gonna never be able to have one. This is my only chance. All these reasons that women have. Oh, it's against my religion.
Yep.
Whatever the case may be. Now you about to bring a baby into a world, and he's gonna be in a broken home, knowingly. And I feel like that does us more of a disservice. You know what I'm saying? Than the other way around. So I think it's gonna cause us to be a bit more responsible, men as well. We say that all the time, bro. Like, you can't just be out here just having sex with any chick. And I know, men, again, we categorize women very quickly in terms of, this is just sex, this is serious. I think we need to leave that just sex thing alone more often, and let's lean toward the women that have potential to be our women. Give them that energy, that time, that effort that you would give the just jump off chick that this ain't going nowhere, but we just got an agreement, we gonna smash every other day, do our thing, whatever the case may be. Boom, she slip up pregnant. Now y'all done created a broken home. Compared to if it's that girl that got potential, she slip up pregnant, don't matter. We was gonna be in a situation anyway. We was gonna be together regardless. Yeah. So that's a way more easier situation to tend to. But again, I think this is gonna force people to be responsible. The law is the law, whether we like it or not. We can sit up here and say, it's wrong, it's a change it, whatever. We're going to be wasting energy. It is what it is. So now, how do we move going forward? And again, that comes with being more responsible in who you select to lay down with.
It'll be more gold wrappers off the counter now.
True.
Should be. It's very true.
I hope.
I heard they trying to get rid of the Plan Bs and stuff too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They're trying to get rid of all of it.
That's going to be dangerous territory right there.
That'd be bad. And in some spots already just limiting the amount you can buy.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 or something like that.
So can't just be popping them like Skittles no more. Sorry.
That's the situation we in,
she
man.
popping Plan Bs like they birth control. God.
That's how the game go, man. It's crazy out here.
That's why they body be built like, no mind.
Nah, see, we not doing
That's
that.
fucked up.
Next subject.
Do mess up your body though.
It does for some women. Yeah. But okay, we're gonna stay in the realm of child support. I seen a video. Man, but they got it sent to us. I'm gonna play it. I want to get y'all response to what they had to say.
In our divorce, they set it up for I think like $69 a week or whatever. So he got a new job. This is a true story. My baby daddy got a new job. My ex-husband got a new job. So they sent me a letter for us to go back and do an increase for us to go back to court. So we get to court. True story. I'm with him at this time. Yes, I got a whole new husband. My ex-husband, matter of fact, he had a new wife. They had just got remarried. So we get to court and they trying to get me to get an increase. And I told them, well, no, I'm good with the $69. Because at the time, I think my son was 4. I was like, I'm cool with that. I don't need no increase. I said, that's enough to take care of a 4-year-old to get him some whatever he needs, some Zuzus and Wham-Whams or whatever. They really was they was pushing the issue to the point I had to tell them I'm good. I don't need him to pay my bills. I need him to take care of his baby. His baby 4. $69 a week to get him what he need. Yeah, I don't need him to pay my bills though. Yeah. And everybody was looking like, damn, I wish she was my baby. I was keeping it 100 though. This man just got married. He got a family he got to provide for. I don't need them to take his money to provide for my household. We ain't together. And that's how y'all look at it. Y'all think y'all lay down and plop a baby out that he's supposed to pay your bills all of a sudden. I don't know who the hell told y'all that because they don't even, when we got our divorce.
Damn.
Yo.
Thoughts?
Yo.
She a real one.
Yo. I know several cases where that happened to me. Got that shit increased because she want him to take care of her household. Mm-hmm. She don't want to do this. Queen right here just said, I don't need him to pay my bills. $69 a week is good for our 4-year-old. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? All the shit, $69 a week he eating, we straight. All the other bills I got there, I got to do it anyway. In a sense, that's all she was saying. I got to pay these bills anyway. With or without a man, I got to pay them anyway. You know what I'm saying? I love that she just kept it 100, man. Like, nah, I don't need that. You know, just let him take care of his son. As long as he taking care of his son, the rest of that shit, man, leave that shit off the table. I'm cool.
That's all that matters at the end of the day. Like, I know someone personally, and my boy done been in all these terrible ass scenarios because he dealing with a woman like that. But every time that he got a raise, they was in court. Every single time. And it'll be, times where he either turned down a offer or he just tried to not say nothing as long as he could because he knew what she was going to do. And you got women out here that's just greedy just because. And they may not even need it, but just because they know it's going to hurt your pockets, they don't give a damn what else you got going on. Mm-hmm. And that's sad out here. But she a real one. There's not many women like that.
No.
At all.
Most women would have took that bread.
She got her man. Her household is in order. The little $69 she said every week, like that's fine for her, and that's real. You can't ask for more than that. He got a household. He got his family. He got to take care of. Yeah, y'all are no longer together, but you have a man now who can provide for your household.
Hey, but you know what?
So why do you need to be digging in other man's pockets?
In them comment section, bro, in that video, $69 ain't nothing, baby. How you want your kid living? Like, you not even living like that. You know what I'm saying?
What is a kid gonna do with that money?
Like you acting like you in a loft or something, bitch. You know, Southwest Houston, North Side, Guns Point. Man, like what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You ain't living in Perryland, on New Side Perryland. You ain't living in Summerwood, Manville, Woodlands. You know what I'm saying? I can see in them places $69 being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But when you in the, you know what I'm saying? When you live in a regular life, and I ain't knocking nobody in here. I'm from them trenches. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking nobody in here. But we all know, bro, like a majority of the people living there and staying there, bro, they trying to come up off of other people. And I don't feel that's right. That's not right, bro. And here it is, this woman, you know what I'm saying? We don't know how she living, but this woman right here said $69 a week is cool for my son. So in a sense, she ain't even got to have this man on child support. If we really gonna break it down, what's $69? What's 69? Everybody blows $100 a week. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you living, most people blow $100 a week. Either that be food, goddamn miscellaneous shit, Amazon, the subscriptions you got. Most people blow $100. So what's $70 a week? You know what I'm saying? But people don't break it down. Oh, nah, I need all this here. And then when you see the kid ain't got no haircut. Kid ain't done. They got on all Walmart clothes. But when you look at the woman, boy, she got them $100, you know, them nails that's out here, them Wolverine nails.
Hands be too small.
You know what I'm saying? They got
Shirts
the
be
Wolverine
sneaky.
nails. You know what I'm saying?
Kicks dirty.
They got the fake Louis bag on or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you trying to live this image that you ain't got, baby.
Right.
Off another man's dime. Like, come on, man. Them comments are just crazy. I'm $69. Baby, she good, baby. Just because you want to pretend out here, she want to keep it a buck. And obviously the judge, it's deeper than that because the judge was in there like, are you sure?
About 15 times.
That man over there making A now. When you first put him on child support, he making 40. We could triple what he getting you now. Yeah. She was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm glad she stood 10 toes down and said, nah, I'm cool. Leave me the fuck alone.
I agree.
Like, come on, man.
I agree. I think this is the first situation where we seen, you know, parents put the child first. Mm-hmm. It's not ego. It's not spite. It's not, you know, whatever the case may be. It's what does the child need? The 69 that he been giving me, I've been taking care of the situation. I done got a new husband. He done got a new wife. We ain't together. It's no spite here. When we link up, it's exchanging the kids. How you doing? You good? Bam. When you go your way, I go my way. But we putting the kids first in this situation. And that's all I think that she spoke to. You know what I'm saying? Those $69, you know, are relative to your lifestyle. Her lifestyle may be low maintenance. She may just be chill. She ain't going to the hair shop every week spending $400. She ain't going to the nail shop every week spending $100 and got Gucci bags and all Chanel shoes.
But the key thing she said, I don't need him to pay my bills.
Right.
So even if she is, it's under her dime.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, you know, at the end of the day, if that's enough for her, then that's enough for her. So everybody in the comments hating and saying what they gonna say, you know, you talking to the air.
If you broke, just say that.
So if you need some wind beneath your wings.
You know what I'm saying?
But all right, man, we gonna stay in child support, in the area of child support.
What's up, man? What's some more child support stuff?
We did a live stream this past Wednesday in regards to the woman whose baby daddy was bringing her, you know, what was it? McDonald's every day to her son. And then, you know, whatever they break up, he keeps trying to bring the McDonald's to his son. She has other kids. She takes issue with that. I'm going to play the video. We kind of went over it lightly, but now I'm thinking about it, we didn't really touch on that subject a lot. We kind of let the panelists do it. So we're going to address it here. I'm going to play the video, and I want to get y'all response to what the young lady had to say.
Y'all, every fucking day my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing of McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you mad about?
Them your kids' siblings though.
So what you?
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't give my food stamps to the 7.
Lisa, how is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help him. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
Lisa,
them are his siblings
Lisa,
though. He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating on McDonald's. Why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I got?
All right, and the video continues. So they go back and forth arguing or whatever, and she ends up saying, "Okay, yeah, here, give it here." So he give her the food and the drink, and she takes the drink and the food and throws it on the ground and said, "My kid ain't eating this shit. You can't feed all the kids. You ain't feeding none of the kids." So now that y'all know context and know we've seen this video about 100 times this week, what are y'all thoughts on how this situation played out?
That man should have bought 4 burgers. We supposed to be leaders of our community, right, Smooth?
Don't say right smooth in this thing.
We supposed to be men.
I ain't going, you hear me?
We supposed to be men. So he knew what he was doing when he went over there. He knew the other kids was over there.
I guess I'm a little boy. Cause it's fucked them kids.
Nah, you know I'm like, hell no. That hoe was all in the wrong. 4 burgers.
You supposed to be leaders in the community.
You got 4 for 4. You know these women out here be starving.
I give a damn. They was giving me 2 for 1. You hear me? That ain't my child. You hear me? Fuck them kids.
Fam, I mean, again, when I first seen it, I was just so I'm thinking this shit, it got to be a skit. There's no way that she believes that.
It was.
Yeah, it was. But I was just like, fam, come on, fam. I mean, she was passing it too. I don't give a damn that they ain't your kid. That's your kid's sibling, though. First off, you know how much a McDonald's meal costs today? That's about $10 that he holding in his hand right there. So you expect me every day to come over here?
Every day.
That's what she said. She said he buys food. He come over here every day with food for his son.
Yeah.
Right. So that means he's spending $45 in gas. Right. He's also going to McDonald's. Getting or wherever he going, getting the Happy Meal. That's like $6.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know a nigga not going through that just for his son. He getting something for him. So he actually, in a sense, he's spending about $15 a day. And he coming to you, man. Come on, man.
All right, just real quick. She ended up responding to all of the backlash. I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to get y'all's idea on her response.
Basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together.
Okay, I was with you.
My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them, and they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's, though?
You the one still want.
That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody.
Hey, if I was that youngest sibling,
you can't bring everybody McDonald's.
If I was that youngest sibling, I'd tell them other kids, it ain't my fault y'all mama chose a shitty ass baby daddy. My fault for doing his job. What y'all doing?
He here for me.
Do you know your daddy's name? I'm out. That's crazy. Let me get up out of here, man. You know, daddy, take us to court. I'm trying to come live with you anyway. You know, man.
My thing is this, man. Hearing the response, it kind of changed things for me. Because I hadn't listened to that response in full. I've seen it on the timeline, but I hadn't listened to it in full.
He pandering. Here we go.
No. It ain't necessarily got shit to do with her. It's him.
They was together at one point.
You walk into a situation with a woman with 3 kids. That's first mistake. Let's put that on the table. Let's put that on the table. And then, I'm sorry. Again, so everybody got 3 kids.
You know you fucked up, right?
I don't give a damn. You walk into a situation with this woman. You can look at her. You can listen to her and tell Oh nah, this is what Smooth say, child support chaser, all type of shit like that. You can look at her and tell that, but you decide to stay there with her, and not only stay there, give her a fourth child. What the fuck are you doing, fam? I can see if y'all was together first, y'all had a baby, didn't work out, we go our separate ways. She had 3 more kids, and now whatever the case may be. You should have never been fucking with her in the first place. And that's what I'm talking about. We was talking about the child support situation. I mean, the pregnancy situation earlier. Niggas got to be smarter with the type of women that we giving our time, energy, and effort to.
I'm gonna shoot her some bail. She lied from the beginning.
Nah, that was fucking lie about the kids. Them badass kids was right there.
No, she said that's my nephews.
Nah, that was hell no.
Hey, man.
So again,
say, kids, what do you say when you meet a nice man?
Is that my Eddie? Fuck no. I'm out. I don't care.
Hey,
I'm out.
I do blame him for that though.
He's
fucking with her.
Come on, man.
3 kids, but
not only that, he opened the door up.
I feel you.
He was paying for the kids on the regular.
bro.
Hey, even if I decide to step in a situation like that, the moment I leave, because they never got married. It's different if you got married and you was doing these things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You being a boyfriend, you just being a solid dude. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just be selfish, take care of me, you, and my child.
Right.
And then you gotta fend for your kid. No, if I'm gonna step in the situation, I'm gonna be all the way solid. I'm gonna feed all the kids. But the moment we break up, you know what I'm saying? And we wasn't married now. We wasn't married. We was just boyfriend and girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? The moment we break up, hey, you gonna fend for your kid and I'm gonna make sure my kid is straight.
And the thing
if
is,
you decide to come off the ass in between time, that has nothing to do with me.
No. See, that's where I gotta draw the line as well. That's another part that stuck out to me. You still hitting that. Why?
The guac is guacking.
Yeah, and so when she gets pregnant with the 5th kid, then what are we gonna say?
She got 4 for a reason.
That's what I'm saying. So when she get pregnant, you already made a dumbass mistake at first.
Yeah, he said,
but you still hitting it anyway. And if she get pregnant with a 5th kid, then what?
He say it's snapping like that though.
Do you need to bring all them kids to McDonald's if it's snapping like that?
Snapping harder.
Yeah, nah, man.
But it's like come on,
harder than D4L, nigga.
That's. And again, we gotta move smarter out here, man. Like we just got to, bro. You can look at that woman, you can listen to that woman, and tell this is not somebody I'm supposed to be fucking with.
Yeah, she child support chasing.
Let's just be honest here. But niggas will do it. They'll still have sex with her raw. They'll still, you know what I'm saying? He buying kids. He shouldn't have been buying kids food anyway.
Definitely wouldn't have been buying their food.
What?
Hell nah. She'd asked me that, I'd have been,
come on, man. I'm out. That's just real, bro.
Come out.
I'm here for the sex. If that, I shouldn't even be here for that. But if I'm here for that, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not playing daddy.
But if I'd have found out she had 3 kids before I'd have never hit.
I'm gone, bro.
You fertile, baby. You too fertile for me.
That's real.
Let me get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Yeah, so I mean, again, now not saying that he should be buying food for all the kids. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we got to be smarter in terms of the women that we give our time, energy, and effort to. We can't give ourselves credit on one end and say, hey, men can recognize which category to put a chick in immediately, and then you get a woman like that pregnant.
Whole sucker I am.
It's crazy. But prayers to all parties involved, whether or not it's a skit or not, man.
I ain't praying.
Jesus
Matter of fact, I'm praying on his downfall. I am.
All right, we're gonna stay on parenthood. It was a pretty dope clip that hit the timeline in which a kid was speaking on the mistakes that parents in this generation make while raising them. I'm gonna play the clip. I want to get y'all response to what she had to say.
A parent, this is for you.
Be your best friend. And what does it look like?
Talking about.
I mean, we want to hear what you say.
Somebody's over here.
Smiley coming up.
So in my house, with my mom, it was always everything was up for discussion. Everything was up for discussion because my mama, she a real understanding person. So it was literally a conversation I had growing up with me. I'm a real knowledgeable person. I like to know a lot of stuff. So the way I would come across and say things, she'll be like, I know you not coming from a standpoint of, you trying to be disrespectful to people, but some people don't understand you how I understand you, so you might have to correct yourself. So I literally had a conversation with my mom. I was like, okay, I'm finna tell you stuff and stop me when I get disrespectful. I express my feelings, but that don't happen with everybody. And so when I was standing up here and you guys were like, don't belittle your children, but the whole statement of you're not on my level sounds like belittlement to us. It's saying you don't have as much value as me. You're not as important to me. You don't put up what I put up, so you can't have a say so in what we do. You don't pay bills. You don't own this house. You don't pay for nothing. So and it's
good.
And it.
Go ahead.
And when you bring up the stuff that you do for your children, it makes us feel like a burden. It makes us feel like I can't wait till I grow up so I don't have to be a burden to you anymore. If you say it's like when people be like your parents had a life before you, it makes you feel like I made you so miserable and bitter and like I just don't want to be here anymore because you don't want me to be here anymore. So why should I be here and put my best foot forward if the person who gave birth to me and made me come in his life doesn't want me? How am I supposed to look at somebody else for love if I feel like I'm not getting love at home? What do you do when you want to have somebody to talk to, but they like you can't talk to them? You go to somebody else to talk to, and that's not who you want us to talk to. How am I supposed to come and talk to you and you don't listen to me, but somebody else may listen to me, but they not gonna treat me how you want me to be treated? You love me, but you don't show it. But they don't love me, but they act like they love me. So I'm going to go to the person that acts like they love me, and not the person who. I'm going to go to the person who acts like they love me. Because when you grow up like this, and you grow up with people who emotionally stunt your growth, you go looking for other people and you insecure. You go looking for other people for sex, for people who going to tell you, oh, you're pretty. That's why the first person to tell you you're pretty, I'm glad my mama never, they say your parent and your family is your first bully, point out every insecurity you have, and then you want your kids to feel beautiful and smart and go to school with people who telling them the same thing you tell them. That's not going to work. You can't want to be your children's love and shelter, but you're not that. That's materialistic things. If God was only materialistic to you, you will feel hurt. You need to have your spirit be healed. You need to have your spirit be fed. It's okay to have clothes and shoes and all this stuff, but what about my spirit? What about my emotions? What about my mental state? You can't be, you look pretty on the outside. You got me nice shoes. You got me nice things, but I'm struggling on the inside. Some people want to commit suicide, but they look good on the outside. Y'all focus on the outside so much that you don't take the time. You say you listen to your children, but 9 times out of 10 you're not really listening because we don't feel safe. You say you create a safe space, but that's 9 times 10 is not true. Because even though my parents never hit me or they never threatened to hit me, they words hurt even worse. When you telling me you never say you disappointed in me, but your body language show it all. You look at me like I'm just like you can't believe you raised this. Some people say it to kids, I can't believe I raised somebody like this. Well, if you raised me so beautifully that you shared you is, how come I ended up like this? It's a lot of things that go into having a kid, and some people end up resenting their kids when they have them too young or they have them with the wrong person. Some people just realize that sometimes it's too late to recognize the trauma, because when you get older and I don't have to spend time with you, how often do you see me? When I don't have to live with you no more, how often do you see me? When I have some people get jobs, some people hang out with friends' house because they don't want to go home, and you refuse to recognize that you yourself have caused your child's trauma, whether you want to admit it or not. And that's the issue.
I mean, goddamn.
Well, I went through all that she was talking about. Went through all that shit, man. Damn. That was young me right there. Literally. Especially when I met my wife. My wife used to be like, why you ain't asking your mama call? She's straight. I'm good. I went through that for years, bro. Like, bro, so much shit I always wanted to tell my mom. Still to this day, I haven't. Still to this day, bro. I swallowed that shit and kept it pushing. But as a youngster like she was, it's a lot of shit I knew I couldn't, like, let me say it. as a youngster, understanding things. You get what I'm saying? And the problem with a lot of parents, like, you don't think your kid understands, right? But the moment your kid starts like questioning a lot of things, and you know what I'm saying, and understanding what right and wrong is, and how to move, at that moment they understand a lot more than you would ever know.
Right.
You get a lot more than you would think they would understand.
Think they know.
Right? So when I got to that point, my moms would think we blind and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't feeling this shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't tell you when the last time my mom told me she loved me when I was a child. You know what I'm saying? When I was that young, coming up and all that shit. So, man, I felt every word she was saying, for real. Every word, bro. Like, I looked at my homies, you know what I'm saying, and they families. I was like, man, if I just had that strength, not knowing the internal shit as far as like what was going on, but the actual outside shit, and just looking at how things moved and what they had to worry about and all these type of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I turned 16, man, I may have seen my mama maybe 30 minutes out the day every day. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm working, I'm playing ball, I'm in the streets with my niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm with them niggas. My mama may have seen me 30 minutes every day, maybe. And then when I got my car, my mama went days without seeing me. So, I understand everything that little girl going through. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and you can't, like, shit like that, you can't really go to your parents because they not going to understand you being real like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know, they going to understand it. They're not going to want to hear it.
Yeah.
Those two different things. But go ahead.
They're not going to want to hear you being transparent and real like that. You know what I'm saying? Because in their mind, they thinking they preparing you for the real world. You get what I'm saying? But what's more important is that time with you. To a kid, what's more important, no matter food and all the clothes you can buy, the nicest car you can get for them, and keep their fucking hair done or haircut, and the nicest Jordans, they the freshest kid in the school, and all, no matter all that shit, they really, really care about the time. You get what I'm saying? All that shit. The time is more important, bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember I took myself out of AP classes, bro. My moms didn't even know. The only teacher that didn't let me was Miss Martin. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, I was like, bro, like, all these other kids, parents coming up here, PTA meetings and shit, man, I can't tell you last time my mama seen my report card for real. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck am I doing all this? You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck am I killing myself doing homework, going to work? Then, you know what I'm saying, goddamn, at the time I was in the street going playing ball and all that. Why the fuck am I doing this and I ain't getting no support at all? It's just me. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's just me and my older brother. So I'm like, fuck all that. Let me get in regular classes, goddamn me, do shit, hang with the hoodlums and shit. That's what I did. That's what the fuck I did. So, but I felt, bro, damn, that's a lot.
It is, man. I think one of the key situations you spoke on was the whole bullying aspect from your parents. Like, your parents don't realize how much of effect that shit have on you. Of course, they can be buying you everything. You got shoes, you got clothes, whatever the case may be. But when those words of vitriol come from them, like, it cuts differently than from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go out in the regular world and let shit kind of bounce off your shoulders or whatever. But when the person that's supposed to love you the most, the person that had you, person that, you know, raised you, and these things right here talk about, oh, you ain't nothing, you worthless, you spineless, you're not gonna be this, you're not gonna be that. Hearing that from them puts a different type of, like, rage in you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people channel it the wrong way. Now, some people that channel it, you know what, I hear everything you're saying or whatever. All right, I'm about to go out there and win just to show you that you don't know what the fuck you talking about, right? And then you got other people that are here that get that rage and go out there and shoot niggas.
Yep.
Or go out there and rob niggas or sell drugs or do whatever the case may be. And now he's going to do 10, 15 years in prison because he was trying to prove, you know what I'm saying, because he didn't have an outlet to take out all of that rage that you put in him to do. You know what I'm saying? And then when he does that, you'll go to court and be like, damn, I can't believe he out here doing this. Da, da, da. He had a place to stay. He had this. He had that. He had this. He had that.
Can't believe my kid sell drugs when he did that.
Exactly. But what he didn't have was that reinforcement from you. from you telling them, hey, I'm proud of you. You showing up to those PTA meetings just to reinforce, hey, I see you. I see what you're doing out here, and I'm proud of you. And whether you're struggling or whether you're not, I'm here.
Facts.
We gonna work through this shit together. I got your back like nobody got your back. I don't give a damn right, wrong, indifferent. I'm gonna be right there supporting you 100%. That's what a lot of parents don't understand. And just like she was saying, they end up showing that, hey, and sometimes even saying, like, my life was this way before y'all got here, and then y'all get here, and I just had to put my whole life on hold. My life was about my kids and raising y'all, and then y'all. But the whole time that you having that conversation, the whole time you saying that, you showing those actions as well. So you pushing your kids further and further and further away from you. So where when they grown, I'm gone. I don't want to be nowhere near you. I talk to you here and there once a week, if that, once every couple weeks, if that. But I'm gone because I didn't feel like you didn't provide that safe space for me. Sure, you may have defended me from everybody else, but you was villainizing me the whole way anyway. So what good is you protecting me from everybody else if you terrorizing me in the house? So that and that's what she speaks to. And black parents do that shit a lot. Like you, in terms of pointing out your vulnerability. Oh boy, you getting fat. Oh boy, your hair short as hell. Just clowning and capping and shit. And we think it is light. But that type of shit has effect on kids. Mm-hmm. So when they get out here in that world, a lot of them will be self-deprecating just out of instinct because they used to just getting clowned about everything. Oh, you bro, look at your pants, look at your shoes, look at your this, look at your that. You know what I'm saying? So again, the house is supposed to be where you get the most positive reinforcement at. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of black kids, that's not our reality. Right? And again, it's gonna put us in a fight or flight situation. We're gonna either we're gonna use that as fuel to do very well, or that's gonna be an excuse for why we out here acting a goddamn fool. But either way, you could have solved that.
It's gonna be the damn fool.
Acting a goddamn fool. And the fact is, whether you want to hear it or not, that falls on your doorstep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Period.
Damn, that shit was heavy. That's crazy. Of course, so I was fortunate enough to not be in no type of negative environments, but because of that, I was always seeking, like, I was always curious. So I'm always spending the night at one of my boys' house, and I really took in, like, structure, like how they people, how they mom and dad was, because I only had my mom. So it was me and all my brothers. And so because of her, raising us, she always said, I'm gonna be, one of your best friends. If it's ever something you need to talk to me about, talk to me first. Right. Because I'm gonna have your back before anybody else. And I can't defend you if I don't know what's wrong. So just her, talking to us about that and just laying that solid foundation, like I would go to other people's house because I didn't have a father figure in the house. I would just try to pick up on things that they people would do. Right. And it's just crazy how even though you can have two people in the household, a mother and a father, everybody run their ship different. Yep. Mm-hmm. So you got one environment where, they got both their mom and daddy, but they cuss each other out all the time. They fighting, they slamming doors. And the kids, they just in the room like, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? And then, but you go to somebody else's house, and you feel like they like the Cosbys. They eating together. They may pray for the food. Like all the food spread out on the table. Like, damn, like this type of shit that I, look for. So, yeah, I see that all the time, man. And then that shows at school, too, because you'll have people that, like Smooth say, people ain't showing them report cards, no progress report. You got kids supposed to be getting paper signed or field trip stuff. Mm-hmm. Their parents not doing it. Supposed to be having money for this, money for that, $20 here for school, like, and they not getting it. They got to find it for somebody else. It's like it's fucked up how people have their kids, and then when they grow up, and then they not as close to you anymore. Now you want to ask, where did I go wrong? Mm-hmm. When you could have been fixed it, but you was too far into yourself, or but at the same time, though, it could be just situations. They still learning themselves too at some point. Right. Like, it's wrong. Absolutely it's wrong.
18 years?
But some people may feel that's all they knew at that time.
18 years?
And then they try to correct things. Yeah. A lot of people will try to change 20 years later.
I hear you, because my people was one.
You know what I'm saying? And so now it is a totally different person today, but I'm still gonna carry everything that I saw from you coming up. So I may love you and I may still respect you, but it may not just be as strong because of what we went through.
I just hate in them situations, man. Like, people don't really, like, when people have kids, like, you really got to think about, like, this person is going to bury me one day. In a sense, this person is supposed to bury me one day. This person is supposed to take care of me when I'm elderly. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you a woman. You know what I'm saying? If you have a husband, odds is your husband is going to die before you. That's just how the shit works. You get what I'm saying? So who else do you have to lean on? Your kids. You know what I'm saying? Your kid's supposed to take care of you until you die. Now, if you've been fucking up your whole kid life and all that type of shit, you done put all this bad shit in them. You know what I'm saying? You done had 4 kids. Maybe one of them turn out to be successful. The rest of them going to be just like you. Just like you. So now everybody's dependent on that one child. I see it all the time. I'm a victim of it. My wife is a victim of it. You know what I'm saying? So in turn, you putting so much pressure on that one child to be the head of their family and take care of everything, and people not understanding money ain't free. You know what I'm saying? This life ain't free. You get what I'm saying? Plus the insecurities you put in your child, they looking at everybody crazy.
Yeah, that's the, yeah. I'm gonna touch on that in just a second. Go ahead.
They looking at everybody crazy. Like, we come from the same environments. Like I be looking like, bro, we come from the same household, same environment. We went through the same shit. We talked about how we was gonna do all this shit. Then when we become grown men and grown women, you see the ones that stay where they at, and then you see the ones that elevate.
Yeah.
And then that causes friction in the family, because now they think the one that's elevated, they thinking like, oh, you think he better than us, or she thinks she better than us, when it ain't the case. You know what I'm saying? And odds is the lower ones, they made it the case. You know what I'm saying? So now when y'all get in the arguments, that makes it, yeah, I'm better than your motherfucking ass, and then now they stunting on you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All because the situation growing up was totally different. Or I see, man, I'm not going to speak on a name, but I see something going on right now that's close to me. This woman treats one of her daughters like she was when she was a youngster. She think her daughter is going to be the same person she was. So she speaks that on her daughter. You know what I'm saying? Now, I spoke to this young lady, you know what I'm saying? And listening to her mindset on things and what she wants to do and what she see herself, the way she talks, she wants to prove her mother wrong. Right? Now, that's not to say she's not going to have boyfriends and all this shit through it all, because that's just how this shit go. It's just looking at the situation, this woman is speaking, you know what I'm saying, like downfalls and shit on her daughter's life, because she was in the position at her daughter's age to where she was having kids. You know what I'm saying? She had like 5 kids before she was 21 type shit. You know what I'm saying? Now she has other kids. She has the older daughter. She don't do that too. But the one that looks like her, same color, tone, everything, that's the one she speaks it on. You know what I'm saying? And I want to tell her what her daughter really thinks about her, but that's not my place.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and that be the issue. Like, a lot of parents don't realize how much insecurity that they put in their kids. They may brag on their kids to everybody else, whatever, but every time that you tear your kid down or every time that you say something negative to them, that shit cuts them. And that shit is going to affect how they move when they leave the house. Even parents, and again, it's what I say all the time, sometimes a one-parent household is better than a 2. And the reason being is because if your parents are arguing and fighting every single day, they hate each other. It's common. It's a announcement that they are there just for the kids. As a kid, you growing up and you seeing this, and you seeing your mom cussing your dad out, your dad cussing your mom out, they wrestling in the damn house, furniture moving, all type of shit. You as a young kid, this is what you seeing. When you leave that house, what are you gonna emulate? That's your normal. And a lot of parents don't see that because they just be so caught up in their emotions. And a lot of times that's the house they grew up in. So again, like, we got to take time to take a step back, look in the fucking mirror and realize the way we're doing things is not right. But, and again, speaking for the black community, I can't speak for nobody else. I can speak for black households. I've been around that all my life. We are way too fucking prideful to do so. You have people that would rather cut their kid off and never speak to them again than to call them and say, hey, maybe what I was doing was wrong, man. And I apologize, and I'm ready to start new today. Let's start new and let's build something else today. There's some parents out here who raise their kids horribly, but are walking around right now like
knowing they raised them
horribly, and walking around right now like, man, I don't know why my kid ain't speaking to me. I don't know why my kid mad. Motherfucker had everything going on. I don't know why they mad.
Thinking that they owe you something.
Right. So, again, and these insecurities play a part in even the relationships that they enter into. Let's say, for instance, a woman, right? If she grew up in a household where she's getting tore down, you ain't shit, you a hoe, you spineless, you this, you that, you this, you that. When she get out in this world, how much confidence do you think she's gonna have when she's dating?
The first man told her she pretty.
Correct.
It's a wrap.
So what does that lead to? That leads to her getting pregnant by niggas that she should not get pregnant by. That leads to her marrying niggas that she should not be marrying. That leads to her dealing with disrespect, abuse, and shit that she should not be dealing with. Why? Because my parents told me that I wasn't shit.
Doing the same thing to her kid.
Exactly.
That her parent did to her.
Exactly. So, and until we're able to look in that mirror and realize how much damage that we actually causing our kids out here, and this goes to fathers as well. I see fathers super heavy on their kid, like especially a son, punching him in the chest, wrestling with him, throwing him around, just dominating him at every single chance, every little space that he can get. Saying, I'm trying to make you tougher for the real world. And then when he get out in that real world and he don't fuck with you no more, he don't call you no more, y'all have zero relationship. You went, well, damn, why he there? I put a roof over his head. I paid for clothes on his back. Yeah, but you tore him down every chance that you could. So a lot of time it'll either be him not talking to you or him going to get in that weight room and getting big and getting bulky and come back and beating your goddamn ass. That's what that'll lead to. And then your ass will be down there on that ground, both eyes blacked and closed. I can't believe this young nigga just did this to me.
Or him being ferocious out here, and now your son serving 30 years.
Right. And you in the courtroom confused. How could this be? Because you didn't instill no confidence in your kid. And again, I don't want to get this message mistaken. You are not your kid's friends.
At all.
You are their consigliere. That's what you are. You ought to give them counsel in terms of helping them grow up, guiding them the right way, making sure they do what they're supposed to be doing through everything. Now don't get me wrong. There are some kids that are just gonna go left, and that's just what it is. But that's your kid at the end of the day. So you gotta ride with them. You gotta be there for them. Not saying you enable it. Not saying you co-signing what they doing, but you in their ear the whole time. Hey, bro, you know you better than this shit. You should be doing better than this. You should be doing better than this. And this is how. Not just tearing a motherfucker down because they not living the life that you envisioned for them, or the life that you lived when you was younger. Them kids may just be different than you. That doesn't mean that you should be tearing them down because of it. So, again, we got a lot of work to do as a community. And until we're able to look in that mirror and realize the way that I raised my kids, and not only that, the way I was raised was fucked up. Until we're able to do that, we're gonna continue the same cycle that done been going. And it's sad. And that's why we in the position we in. That's why our relationship success rate looks the way it looks. Because we don't have no fucking examples. When I left my crib, I said I ain't never getting married. Well, I'm never getting in a relationship.
I left my crib. I said I ain't never coming home. Never.
It's just like what? Like why would I get into a relationship if I'm seeing my mom and dad arguing every goddamn day? Why would I want to be a part of that?
Facts.
I'm gonna be single out here. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna live my life. And then of course, God fell out laughing when I said it. And me and my old lady been together for 14 years and shit. But that's another discussion for another day. But I'm saying the mindset, I was able to transition, and even our relationship started off rocky because of it. I'm walking on eggshells. I'm trying not to disappoint her. I don't want to argue. I don't this. I don't that. So what that means is now we're not communicating the way that we should be.
Yeah.
And now it's a bunch of built up resentment that I can't really express because I don't want to repeat what I seen in my house. Mm-hmm. So it's that type of shit. And we as a community, black folks, I'm talking to black folks here, because this the shit I seen.
Yeah.
We got to do better.
That's a fact.
Period.
And then on top of that, your kids don't owe you a damn thing.
Right.
Bro. If your kid hit the lottery at 18, bro, they don't owe you a fucking thing. But you owe them the world. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? A lot of parents that I see, that I be looking around and all these motherfuckers be asking for help and asking, y'all be looking at y'all kids like they a burden and like they owe you some shit. They don't owe you nothing. You the one decided to have them. Mm-hmm. This fucking law wasn't in place. You could have had an abortion. You know what I'm saying? And if you was that irrational, you could have gave them up for adoption. You know what I'm saying? But they don't owe you nothing. If you sit there and you raise your kid, bro, you owe them the world. You owe them your attention. You know what I'm saying? So you may be in a position where a job gonna pay you something crazy that you never got, right? But if that's gonna cost you the time you have with your kid, is it really worth it?
Right. That's a fact.
Is it? I know the money good. I know you can't do nothing. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that. But is the time that you spend at that job and the money that you getting from that job gonna replace the time you get from your kid and you not knowing what your kid doing, what they going through, what they learning, the new feelings they getting when they become a teenager and all these type of things, bro? Is that worth it? Is the money worth it?
And it ain't. It ain't, because if you think about it, even me, dating back to my child, the shit that I remember most had nothing to do with money.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Nothing to do with nothing material.
Nothing.
It was the times we were spending. It was the fun we was having. Them domino games, them card games. Us playing the game all night. Us kicking it, just chopping it up. Just
I ain't never had.
That's what I remember.
What I used to remember is, if I am doing better than this, I'm doing something. If I'm doing the exact opposite of what's going on around here, I'm doing way better than what this situation is.
Damn.
That's what I remember. I don't remember my mom's buying no shoes, or me and my mom's going on trips, and me and mom's having a talk. My stepdad having a talk with me, and all I remember is chaos. That's all I remember. So I hated them for a long time for that. Hell, I still hate one side. I'm not a forgiving person. I don't be forgiving grown people. That ain't how I work. You get what I'm saying? But I hated them for a long time, and it reflected in my hustle. That's why I put my resentment, my hatred. That's why I say I thrive in the hate. I really do. You get what I'm saying? I don't make shit happen while everything is going right. I don't make shit happen like that because I'm too relaxed. But when shit is in chaos, I put it together. I don't know how, I just put it together. And I get it from that. I get it exact. That's why I get my fuel from. Oh, you said I'm not gonna be this? Okay, well, let me show you. Or I'm not gonna do this? Well, let me show you. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people not like me. A lot of people, they not gonna do that. A lot of people would have, I was in the street life. A lot of people would have stayed there. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people would have been exactly what they moms are. They stepdad or dad would have been in that same situation. They grew up to be that.
And they'd have been validated in doing so.
Exactly.
But continue.
You get what I'm saying? So you gotta pay attention to your child, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, your job is not more important than your child. You get what I'm saying? Your man or your girl is not more important than your child. You are not more important than your child.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I tell my wife all the time, if it kill me but to take care of my kid and you, I'm cool. I'm happy with that. Bury me today. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I stand on. That's what I believe. As long as my son sees me as hero, my father was everything he was supposed to be to me. And we working on another child, but that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm raising my son. I want my son to be able to talk to me about anything, even if I don't understand it. Like, be able to, hey man, my pop gonna say something that I'm gonna pick up on.
Yep.
A lot of kids don't even have that little space. I never had it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I used to talk to my boys about a lot of shit that my mom's never got conversations with me with. You get what I'm saying? So please pay attention to your child, bro. Please.
That's real shit,
That's
man.
real shit.
All right, man. We're gonna get into quick hits on that note. Okay, this is a clip I seen. I actually pulled this my damn self. I was scrolling Instagram and listening to the clip. I say, man, this shit is heavy, but it was a necessary conversation. I'm gonna just play the clip and then I want to get y'all response to what he had to say.
is purposeful. You could never be his priority. You know why? Because his purpose to himself, to what he got to do, is always going to be first. He's always going to choose the opportunity that's going to advance his career, which trickles down and benefits you if he's his woman. All men need a woman to remind them of who they are. Because at times we do get lost, we do get misguided, and we lean on our woman. A lot of the times with men, woman is our inspiration. You see men turn their whole lives around. Why? If you're dealing with a man who's purposeful,
I will play. I'm gonna have to go find the rest of that. But I that made me go to the full interview. I went and watched the full. I was like, yeah, that was some powerful shit. But especially the part about when he said, "Men lean on our women for inspiration." Mm-hmm. He said he's seen men literally turn their life around because of their woman. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, and I want y'all to touch on what y'all thoughts are on that, in terms of the importance that the right woman. I want to establish that the right woman has on, inspiring you to just do better, man.
I tell people all the time, man, the right woman keeps you focused. You're not out here looking at different ways. You out here just, all right, I got my woman. Let me go be who I'm supposed to be out here. You know what I'm saying? That's the focus it puts you on. You know what I'm saying? Like I say it all the time, especially in this climate. Like when you see a man making a lot of money, let's say $80,000 and above, and he a single guy, it's gonna be hard to get him in a relationship. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. Single, older guy, we talking 28 plus, it's gonna be hard to get him in a relationship. You get what I'm saying? Because he don't trust a lot of people. I've done it by myself. But when you got that woman backing you and, you know what I'm saying, she's pouring into you and she believes in you and all that type of stuff, and you putting it together, everything that you define as success, as y'all define as success, you doing it for her. You get what I'm saying? And she's right there applauding you. She's not taking nothing from you. Hell, she don't want nothing from you but to see you successful and you happy. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the first most important thing is, are you happy? You know what I'm saying? Because you can have a success and you can be terrible. A good woman gonna say, quit that shit today. You know, that's not healthy for us. Mm. You know what I'm saying? So a woman, dog, the right woman for a man, for a great man, is the most powerful thing you will have in your possession, no matter what you do with your life.
Oh, you feel like the effect of just having a just solid woman in your life in terms of inspiring you, pushing you to be better? What type of effect does that have on a man?
Man, it just adds fuel to the fire, especially when you already understand your purpose and know your purpose. Like just having that woman in your corner, like a cheerleader in a sense. And it's like, the days you may feel down, she over there helping you cheer up in whatever way that is. She can kind of sense it because she's really in tune with who you are. So she can feel when something is slightly off, and she gonna find a way to help you and encourage you because she understands that you steering this ship and you got to keep continuing to leading this ship. So, and y'all have to work together. And so that's extremely important, man. And that's one thing I've kind of always like looked for in a sense, because like I know who I am and I understand who I am and what I do, how I do it, why I do it. And I know I can go 1,000 miles an hour. So you have to understand who I am as a man to whether you want to be by my side and support that or you don't, because you may not be familiar with who I am. Yeah. Because you don't take the time to really learn me and understand me. And that's what I appreciate about my girl now. She really, like, it be just the smallest details. Like, we'll be sitting down just chopping it up and she'll bring it up. Like, hey, I noticed when you do this, like, you'll do this afterwards. Or sometimes when you really thinking about something, you kind of just sit there in silence for a second. Like, we'll be mid-discussion and you kind of instantly be in deep thought. And I was like, yeah, like, because I'm now, it'll be discussion, we'll talk about something. So as we're going through it, I'm trying to think about step 10 while we're talking about it. So it'll be stuff like that. Like, she really just be in tune with me and understand me and is patient too, because I ask for that. Because I'm like, I'm constantly growing. And if I don't need nothing else, I need patience, because I'm growing with myself. I get frustrated with myself, especially when I feel like I'm not hitting things as fast as I need to as far as my goals or whatever, like, because I can get myself down in the depths just because I know who I can be and what I can do. Mm-hmm. And so when you constantly supporting me and giving me that energy that I need, like, yeah, that's unexplainable. And that really adds that fuel to your fire where you like, I can't stop because I got somebody that's really dependent on me and that's supporting me. That's another thing too. It ain't that you on my team, but you support me too. So that weight is even heavier. It's
a big difference.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. Just listening to y'all talk, I was recently, I don't know what it is, but lately I've been just watching a lot of World War II documentaries and TV shows and different things like that. And one of the things was, they said that the lifespan of a soldier was in active combat was like, one was like 7 days at one point. That's how fast people was dying around them. And I'm listening to a lot of these older war veterans talk. A lot of them still alive, 90-something years old, 80-something years old. A lot of them still alive, and they were saying, bro, like I'll be out there in the midst of battle, and I'll pull out a picture of my wife and my kids, and people getting shot around me, people dying around me. I didn't know how I was gonna make it or whether I was gonna make it through tomorrow. But then every time I got down, I would pull out my picture of my wife and my kids. And that right there just give me fuel to just get through the day. Because they say that's all we was trying to do is just get through the day. And I think that right there speaks volumes as to having the right woman in your life. She is literally your inspiration. Every time I look at my wife in the morning, it reminds me I need to stay on top of my shit. Mm-hmm. Because my whole goal in life is to make her life and my kids' life easier. Mm-hmm. So, of course, a man is going to be on his purpose. We're going to be out there chasing money. We're going to be out there chasing career. But, it's an aim for the moon, fall on the stars type of situation. Yeah, we're going to be chasing the hell out of that. But in the process of that, we're making our wife life easier and our kids' life easier. And that's what the goal is. And I think once a man understands that, and sometimes it takes us a while too, if I'm going to be honest, because of the programming that we have when we coming up. But I think once that clicks, that man turns into a different type of animal in terms of his, pursuit to success. Mm-hmm. Because it's not just about me now. It's about us. Like, we are a unit. When you out here, you wearing my last name. When my kids out here, they wearing my last name. So I can't tarnish it. I can't have us living on the corner and using it as an excuse. Oh man, it's just the system is against me. It ain't no excuse for that. Because I got these people depending on me. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes. If I gotta cut somebody's throat to get where I'm trying to go, to make sure that my daughter and my wife got food in their mouth, that's what's gonna happen. So I think, with the right woman, that type of thing being instilled in you, it pushes you even past where you saw yourself going. Cause that's another thing about great women. If you are with a woman who sees you like you see you with the wrong woman. She should see more in you than you do. Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. And the second she doesn't, the relationship goes downhill. Because it's like I said, sometimes I be in my head a lot. Mm-hmm. I got a lot of goals and they're fluid goals. So I be accomplishing shit. All right, boom, on to the next. And it's just, I rarely ever settle. So when I don't hit something, I be down on myself. And that's the thing about great women. It don't matter how down you are. You could be done lost your job. You could be done lost your car. You could be done whatever. But she has that faith in you that you're going to climb back up and get where you need to be. Even if she got to help you do so. But because she sees that in you. And this is a great woman I ain't just here for the material shit. I'm not just here for the attention that I get with being with you. I'm literally here to build something great for us. This is a we thing. Mm-hmm. You ain't the only one with a hammer and I'm just laid in the damn recliner somewhere just sipping tea while you out here doing all the work. No, I'm writing that bitch with you. I'm drawing up blueprint plans. I'm digging up dirt, grabbing myself on this side while you get that side. It's teamwork. So when you got a woman like that, you would rather die than disappoint her, which goes to what Smooth is saying. Like if my life is what it takes to make their lives easier, you can have it. Let's go.
That's just honest. So, that's the type of like fire that great women put in you. And if you don't feel that, you with the wrong person. Mm-hmm. Simple and plain. On to the next one. I was having a discussion on one of these panels, man, and they was talking about reciprocity. and like what's the proper way to vet for it. So how would y'all say you vet for reciprocity in a man? Most women are there for, you know, what they can get, not what they can give. So I guess as a man, how do you vet for like reciprocity? How do you, like, what do you look for to like make sure that I'm getting what I need to be getting out of this situation, or getting as much as I'm giving? Like what are some of the keys that's gonna tell you that you're on the right path?
I'm a married man. That's Otis. What's up, baby? She needs you.
Don't throw me out there.
She needs you.
You went through it. Honestly, man, for me, the main thing, which can, that's the only thing you can really judge it by is time. For me, like all I need is 30 days, and I can tell where your headspace is at, whether we could take a little bit further, what category to put you in, all that stuff. If you really like me, I'm gonna be able to tell in the 30 days. Because if she interested you in some kind of way, it's gonna be it's the smallest things. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a woman buy me a stopwatch just because she know I'm training, and I'll be like training from my phone. And well, I'm not even thinking about no stopwatch. I'm just operating how I do. Just boom, I got a time on my phone, whatever, yada yada. Boom, got a stopwatch. You know what I'm saying? It's just smaller thing. Don't cost that much, but it's just she was thinking about me and knowing that could be a tool to help me out with what I'm doing. So mine mostly is just time outside of, you know, everything else. But I mean, mine is hard because I like one of my 5 love languages would be quality time. So I like quality time, but I also like acts of service. And so I don't need no big gifts. I don't need no grand gestures, nothing like that. It could be the simplest thing for me, and you have me cooking. Something simple as that, because you care that I'm fed. And people don't understand, like, it's small to some people, but other people is like big. Like, you really took the time out to cook some food.
Right.
Because some stuff don't take no 15 minutes. You don't just pop it in the microwave. Like, some stuff may take an hour. Some people going from scratch, dicing everything up and taking their time to do it. So for me, that's thoughtful, because that's a lot. It's a lot of steps to just make a meal. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that I really appreciate and I look for. And if you ain't doing that for me, then I know you ain't. I can't put you in no type of positive category. Because how am I benefiting from having you here? That's what I was looking for.
It's the rough questions right there.
Where can I benefit? And like my stepdaddy said too, we were just talking about this. What can you give me that you haven't given any other man?
A lot of women can't answer that question these days.
That's a hell of a question.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a hell of a question.
He had me. I was like, damn, that's a good
one. My wife gave me a lot that another man can't never have first.
Yeah.
And on that note,
that's real shit, man. I think you know, for how I recognize reciprocity, man, is just selflessness. You know, my love language is definitely acts of service. It's not necessarily what you buy me, it's how much you take off my plate. You know, especially if you know all of the things that I do, if you're paying attention to all of the things that I do to make this relationship work. You know what I'm saying? Just little things, like if you see me washing clothes or something, and you might have woke up before I did. You get up and put my clothes that was in the wash and the dryer for me. Just little things. I get up like, damn, man, I appreciate it. That saved me an hour. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just little shit like that. Like that's what matters. It's the selflessness around it. You know, not just doing things for me because you're gonna benefit from it or you feel like you're gonna get something in return, but it's just like knowing that you down enough for me to just take time out of your schedule, whatever it is that you may be doing. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, these women be having a lot of shit to do on their own time as well. But for her to take a break from that just to make sure that I'm good in the smallest of ways, that shit mean everything. Cooking, laundry, whatever. We ain't saying do it every day. We saying it's the like inconveniences that you take off of my plate.
That's a fact. Because baby will see me running out of something and I don't even notice I'm running out. Shit, I have another whatever it is right behind it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just stuff now that I've got accustomed to that I know a lot of people don't even. Girl don't even know his middle name.
Right.
Like damn.
And like unwilling to take the steps to learn what it is about this man because that's the thing about relationships, and this is what a lot of women don't realize. A lot of women approach it the wrong way. They approach it from a selfish perspective. Hey, what can I get from this man? And don't get me wrong, that relationship is, you know, you may enjoy it for a little while, but that bitch gonna come to an end. If you don't figure out what inconveniences can I take off of this man's plate, that's what's gonna keep you around. Because again, man, we don't want big things. Well, we don't mind big things, but we don't necessarily desire you to go out there and buy just extravagant things. That's not what we expect. That's not what we desire. If you do it, cool. We appreciate that as well. But it's the small shit, because we get the most pride from making your life easier. Mm-hmm. So the fact that you took the time to take any inconvenience off our plate speaks volumes. And that man will run through a brick wall for you. He's never leaving you. So, you know, again, if women came in with that mindset, like, what inconveniences can I take off of this man's plate? You'll get way more loyalty from this man, and you'll get a way better relationship.
Now, don't be doing this for every man.
Right.
We talking about the ones that's worthy of it.
Yeah.
You over here wash this nigga clothes, he late on bills, you paying his bills and all this. No, we ain't talking about all that. We ain't talking about that. We talking supporting a hard-working man.
Yeah,
that's doing everything that he should be doing. You just easing those things so he can now do more for you on the back end.
Right.
Yo, another thing, for the ones that starting off like me and my wife, we from the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know where we from if you watch the podcast. Me and my wife, we both from the trenches of this shit. If y'all both are working hard, you know what I'm saying, to provide y'all kids a life that you don't know, in a sense, you don't know nothing about. You get what I'm saying? Because we work so much. You know what I'm saying? We don't know nothing about like the high middle class kids that's generational wealth that's been there. You get what I'm saying? We don't know nothing about that. If you are providing that type of lifestyle for your kids and to make sure they right, bro, don't let nobody shame you into none of that. I see a lot of shaming on the women's side. Oh, girl, I wouldn't be doing that with no man and all that type of shit.
Right.
They don't even know how to do it.
Exactly.
First off.
Exactly.
They can't even do it for themselves, let alone doing it for a man.
Mm-hmm.
So that ain't people you need to be friends with. That ain't people you need to be around your situation. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you're not hustling for you. You hustling for your bloodline, your family.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I see a lot of y'all women need to get, and dudes too, need to get away from negative people. If you the first in your generation or the first in your family to drag your family out the hood, bro, and you and your man is putting it together, how y'all gonna put it together, it ain't gonna be pretty for y'all. You can X that out unless somebody just so happen to get a business or a job that's paying them over $500,000 to where, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit will come off the table. But if y'all making 200 together, 300 together, bro, taxes taking about 40% of that. You got to pay for everything, bro. Life for your kid is what you working for, and that's what me and my wife doing. We working for life of my son. You know what I'm saying? My son got over 10K in savings. I know grown motherfuckers ain't got that. Never gonna have that in their lifetime. And he got that right now. He's only 5 years old. He can't spend the money. You know, so just imagine what he's gonna have when he gets 16 and he's ready for a car. Just imagine what he's gonna have when he turns 13 and he can shop for himself. You know what I'm saying? In another year, my son will be on me and my wife's credit cards. So by the time he step out the house, he'll have an 800 credit score. We talking shit like that. Something most of us know nothing about. We don't know stepping off the porch and having a hell of a credit, 700 credit score.
That's a fact.
You don't need no credit, you just need cash.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
what they taught
shit.
us back for real.
That's
growing
real
up.
shit.
You don't need no credit.
You know what I'm saying?
So you just come on and buy it.
So now since you grown, bro, like really think about like if you had the financial sense, if your parents was teaching you the financial sense, putting you in position of when you step out this household, if you going to college or whatever the fuck you want to do, and as soon as you step off the porch, I got 700 to 750 credit score, I got 100,000 in the bank account, I ain't got to worry about nothing but going to school, and my parents are still taking care of my apartment. Mm-hmm. Just imagine if you had that, how hard your parents have to work. So don't be taking no information from somebody that ain't even on that type of path and all that, because they don't understand what you working for. I'm not working for me right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm working for the foundation I'm laying for my children, so they don't have to work this hard. And if they do choose to work this hard, instead of them building the foundation, they putting the building on the foundation already laid. So that's the game I would give to y'all.
Well said, man.
Game, boy.
On that note, we're going to get in the advice column. All right, this from Tabitha, Patreon.
Come on.
All right, she said, what's up, Krew Season? First, I would like to say how proud I am of your podcast. I love seeing young black men doing something positive. I would also like to thank you for helping me communicate more effectively with my husband of 20 years. One thing I found out about marriage or relationships is that there's always room for improvement. I would also like to say to you, Mr. Trill, that I'm over 40 and listen to podcasts. She said, I heard your little dig on episode 22 or 23 when you made that comment. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Kenny, for taking up for us. My question is, how important is self-care for black men? I asked this because I introduced my husband to a skincare regimen when we were dating, and now I give him facials and massages to relax and to feel closer to him, as well as giving him time to himself to unwind from the day-to-day pressures of being a black man, husband, and father. I asked whether black men value or think self-care is important.
I'm going to tell you this. As a married man now, hell yeah, I think that's important. Baby, give me them shits too, you hear me? Mm-hmm. Do my feet, my hands, all that. Hey, and I really appreciate, like, when she say, hey, babe, I want to give you a manicure and pedicure today, bro, I'll be excited like a motherfucker.
Like a dog wagging his tail around.
I don't even be thinking about food, yeah. Hey, baby, hey, we good, yeah, man. I'll put the hot water in there myself. Yeah. Like, hey, I would say married men, we enjoy stuff like that for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Plus, we know we getting that time in with you, that's intimate time, and we touching on each other. You get what I'm saying? Like that physical touch and all that type of stuff. We bonding. You get what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, that's the time you need to sneak in your shows. Because we'll watch your shows right then and there.
You got them. You got to be at your mercy. I'm going to turn that shit off and put this ESPN back on.
Yeah.
Hell no, I ain't doing that.
That's real shit.
We'll be all up into it.
Who married who? That's a fact, yeah.
Oh, that's real, man. Oh, what you think about self-care? How important is it to black men?
Man, it's extremely important, man. Shit, it's extremely important. I would try to do it on my own. At a lot of times, like every other because I had a little membership with Massage Envy. So every month I tried to book myself one. It was like $65, $70 a month. But I tried to book that time, get a haircut. Like half my day was spent on just me.
Yeah.
Like it's my little soft reset, give me a little drink afterwards or whatever, we kicking it. Like those was my reset for my time for myself, my self-care time. So, I mean, at first, you know, when you first heard about self-care, you like, man, that's cheese. Like, damn self-care.
Right.
But then when you really pay attention and just start doing things and being more intentional for yourself, just to relax. Like it's the smallest stuff, dog, bro. You'll be amazed by just like stretching and just the amount of pressure that you have in your feet. How they can release so much pressure and tension and stress. Like it's the smallest things that we can do for ourselves that will really improve just our day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's extremely important.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, I agree with both of the boys, man. I think, you know, we as black men don't pay enough attention to it because we done been programmed to think that, oh, that's soft shit. Oh, that's like, you know, women shit, going to get a manicure, pedicure, all of that type of stuff. But when you get older, you realize what you've been missing out on.
Fact.
You know, especially, you know, now that you're not as like springy as you used to be. You know, shit, I've been playing football since I was in second grade, all the way up until I was 21, something like that. So that's a lot of mileage, a lot of years, a lot of pounding on your body. So, you know, now you hit 30, you're not gonna be just jumping up out the bed no more. You got to get up and stretch and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
So half my life in steel toe boots.
See,
come on, man.
So you know, again, those things are the most important. I think we need to take that more seriously. I think we need to take therapy more seriously as well. You know, me and Kenny was just talking about that the other day. You know, I'm getting ready to sign up for mine. You know, and I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous at the same time.
I'm my own therapist.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I think, you know, that's necessary to kind of reprogram myself from a lot of the trauma and just bullshit that we seen growing up. You know, I seen a lot of things as a kid I just was not supposed to see, and that's just reality.
Right.
So I think, you know, we can either do one or two things. We can let that affect us as when we get older in a negative way, or we can do what we got to do to quell that and become a better person. And I'm choosing that. But, you know, again, it starts with self-care. It starts with taking that time for you. We carry so much shit on our back. It's like we just got done talking about. We think about the wife. We think about the kids. We think about the job. We think about other family members. We thinking about homeboy. Like, we carrying all this shit on our back every single day. So if you don't have a release, eventually it's going to come out.
It's going to, yep.
Energy does not go away. It just changes form. So it's going to come out. And, you know, a lot of times it's going to come out negatively. But if we taking the time to take care of our damn self, then we'll be good. We ain't going to be dead at 51 from a heart attack because we just been carrying all of this nonsense on us the whole time. So I feel like that shit is of the utmost importance. Black men, we need to take care of ourselves more so than anybody. A lot of us walking around this bitch with PTSD every day and just it hadn't been diagnosed yet. We don't know no better. That's just what we seen growing up. Fighting and shooting and arguing and all type of shit like that. We numb to it. I be feeling bad. I look at my phone, see somebody get shot. Like, damn, nigga shot him. All right, man, what we eating for lunch today? Like, that's crazy.
I hit him with the niggas die every day.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, but that's wrong, man. Like, you know, we ain't supposed to be that numb to it. And social media is adding to that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we as black men, we definitely got to take care of ourselves, for sure. On to the next one. This from Deshaun, Patreon member. They say, first things first, love the pod so much that I done started from episode 1 again.
Damn me.
Damn.
He said, I want to hear y'all thoughts on who is responsible for bringing up contraceptives. I feel it's a woman's responsibility because as men, we can't do nothing without their consent. If any woman says, quote unquote, no glove, no love, any dude gonna find something, any dude gonna go find something, but also as a man, you should always be ready for that ass. What is your guys' thoughts? Who's more responsible? Who should be more responsible for the contraceptives?
Sorry, ladies, I'm giving it to you. That's just how I feel about it. Like I've always said, at the end of the day, the only reason why I'm giving you more responsibility is because of the fact that you have to go through it. Even if you want it, you still have to go through it. You have to carry that child for 9-10 months. You got to wake up in the middle of the night uncomfortable, being sick, like all this stuff. You are ultimately, I can't hold that baby while it's inside of you. Like, I plant the seed, but you got to let it harvest. So you, at the end of the day, are responsible for whatever enters inside of you. Now we talking anything outside of the extremes.
Right.
Anything outside of the extremes. But yeah, it's all the way. I'm sorry. It's on you.
I mean, I can't say that I disagree with O, but I'm also aware of the fact that a lot of women are just going to continue to lean on the same excuses that they've always leaned on. So I think we as men, we got to take it upon ourselves, bro. I said it 100 times on this pod already.
Absolutely.
We got to be responsible for who we give our time, energy, and effort to. Mm-hmm. And the fact is, we give all of those things to the wrong women way too often. Way too often. And we know she the wrong woman. That's why when she get pregnant, we be so sick to our stomach. It'd be different if, we dealing with a chick, got potential. She say she pregnant. You may not be ready, but you like,
knew I should have left last week.
Bro, that's real, bro. So, again, as men, if we know that, let's just move better, bro. I'm going so far as to say, don't even have sex with a motherfucker that you wouldn't date seriously.
They look at you crazy, though.
I know. And the thing is, I know it's going to be hard because it's going to take reprogramming. Mm-hmm. But that's how we keep ourselves out of these crazy ass situations. Because accidents happen, bro. You leave the club, you drunk. I got my little jump off. I'm sliding to the crib, whatever. You hitting raw because we know we ain't wrapping up. Come on, especially fresh out the club and you drunk. You going over there doing what you got to do, coming to the crib. But every time you do that, you risk getting her pregnant, and that is the wrong woman to get pregnant, and it's the wrong woman to get pregnant. So it's like, again, man, like it's plenty of women out here that have potential to be something. Be something great. Be something significant to us. Let's just only deal with them from now on, bro. That's my take on it.
I'm riding with both of y'all, man. I'm riding with both of y'all.
No glove, no love. But the thing is, they gonna say, which is what I don't like, because even if you're gonna have a bunch of women that are making their man or whoever they sleep with wear rubber or whatever, but then it's gonna be such and such that's not gonna care. Stop worrying about them.
Right.
Worry about yourself. If you and your 5 other friends have that same standard, that's gonna transition to other people. But if it's just you doing it out of your 5 friends, whatever, then the trend gonna stay what it is.
Yeah.
More of y'all have to be in line with each other and stop worrying about the hoes. The hoes gonna get their action off. That's just what it is. But y'all have to change that narrative.
The hoes gonna have 5 babies, man.
That's gonna be there. We know that.
When they don't want to, have yours when you want to have your kids.
You got more control than you think, baby.
It's a fact, man. On to the next one. This from Truth Spoken, Patreon.
Scrap.
All right, bro. Say episode 97, y'all killed it. Probably one of the best parts I've ever heard. Great content and perspectives. He said, by the way, he knew. Welcome to the Patreon.
Appreciate it. Welcome.
He sent us a clip from TikTok. I'm gonna play it. I ain't seen it yet. I'm gonna play it. I want to get y'all response.
That they are in their soft era and they're living these soft lifestyles, and it's become this aesthetic that I just cannot relate to, and I wish that I could and I want to, but I literally can't. I feel like life has always been hard, and as a result I built a hard exterior. So now thinking about finding an environment where I can be vulnerable and be softer, it just seems unattainable. Cause I ain't never been no soft ass bitch, and no shade, because where do I sign up? It just feels like it's never been an option. This is just how I've come to be.
Thoughts? That's thoughts. What's he talking? A lot of women go through that.
Mm-hmm.
But from my observation of dealing with women and women of that caliber talking to me, telling me they business, 9 times out of 10 has been because they like particular type of men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They like a certain set of men, and the men not acting how they want to act. You know what I'm saying? And the men treating them in a way where they gotta be hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the moment that woman there changes the way she dates, as far as like the men she takes serious, then that exterior that she speaks of will come down, because all she gonna have to do is break it one time, and the man of her dreams that she really, really needs is gonna fall in her lap, and what she's gonna fall in his lap. We say it like that.
Yeah.
But right now, she. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Pretty girl, she lit out here. I understand. Hey, live it up. But you want your exterior to come down? Trust me, it has a lot to do with your dating life. Mm-hmm. A lot. Yeah. And all you got to do is just look at pretty women that's in their 50s and, you know what I'm saying, in their 40s and 50s. Just look up. And they still acting like that. Look at the men they date. Look at the men they try to go chase down. They just haven't woke up yet to say, let me chill. Let me get this caliber of man right here. This is the qualities I'm looking for in a man. And the first man that they pick, that be the one. I just hope you don't have no kids along the way. That's all I hope. So
yeah, I think what Smooth saying is 100% facts, man. You can't learn how to swim without jumping in the water. It's just what it is. You can read all the books you want, you can take all the tutorials you want, but fact is your body's gonna react differently. And if it's unfamiliar to you, you're gonna be unfamiliar, and it's gonna go left, or you're gonna want to get back out that motherfucker. But you gotta jump in there to see how it is in order to learn how to swim. And that's what he's talking about in terms of dating something that's outside of your comfort zone. Women tend to stay within their comfort zone. It's just a different face on the man, but it tends to be the same man over and over. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it comes from. You know, you got guys out here that are super controlling and You know, especially looking at her, you just tell that she probably dates men that have a lot of money, and that's just what it is. So when you're dating those type of men, a lot of times control is important there, and you are a pawn on the chessboard to him. It's not necessarily love. So when that's what you constantly running into, yeah, you're gonna have your defense up. Yeah, I ain't trusting this shit. Yeah, because again, you know, just like he do, that you can be replaced at the drop of a dime, or you will be replaced.
This is a time bomb. That's how he teach you. That's how he treat you, and that's what you have grown accustomed to.
Right. So
that's why she hard.
Yeah. So you combine that with the upbringing that a lot of black women have. As just again, we speaking for our community. You don't need no man for nothing. Don't trust no man. This, that, and the third. You go out there, you get yours. You take care of you. And, you know, one day Prince Charming just going to come and present himself on your doorstep. And you know, so that's a lot of the tutelage that our women get. So when they go out into this real world, you know, they run into the issues that she have. The man got to climb a 200-foot barbed wire fence from programming, and then her dating the wrong type of people because she wasn't given the guidance. Okay, yeah, go out there and get you. But this specifically is the type of man that you should be going after. Not the guy that's popular, not the guy that got money, not the guy that's on hoes. But when she get out in that world and she don't have that tutelage, those are what she's going for because that's what's popular and everybody wants to be accepted. And while she's doing that, she's building up, she's getting done wrong, getting cheated on, getting disrespected, da-da-da-da. So you add all of that with the upbringing programming and you have this. So it's gonna take some reprogramming, and I'm praying for the like solid dude that come in there and try to reverse this shit because he gonna have a lot of baggage to deal with. You can just hear it in her voice, man. I ain't this off of nobody. I'm on my P's and Q's. So as a man, he gonna have to come in there and bend over backwards and show through an extended period of time that hey, you can do those things with me. It's gonna be all right. But you know, until she finds a man patient enough to do that, God bless.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, I think she just need more experience and just talk to the right guys. Because it's not all on her because there's a lot of men out here too that need a lot of work. A lot of men out here just hurting women just to hurt them. Yeah. So I'm definitely not letting the men off the hook too. But yeah, you just gotta be more selective and be more careful. Because for me, like I've always prided myself on just making women feel comfortable.
That's it.
Right. Knowing that it's a lot of crazy men out here. Because my people have always told me, like, you can be the best man in the world, but you have to understand everybody's not going to be like you, period. You don't know how people are going to think. You don't know how people are going to react. You don't know how they were raised. It's so much deeper, you know, depthness to a lot of people. You just never will never understand. So, but if you can be solid, you can set yourself apart from the rest of them. And so I've always just created just a safe and just open environment for women. So for the most part, I've never had, you know, those instances like that where they've felt scared to open up or scared to have a deep conversation or just something about like their past life. Right. Something super serious. Like I've never had that, I won't say that, but it was rare where they didn't feel like they could just come up to me and just random conversation. And whether we were friends, whether it was just on some temporary stuff, for the most part, I still try to always create that environment because I want you to know something that you can take from me that you maybe can apply to your relationship with another man. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have you leaving with nothing. Like you're going to gain something from me with us being together. Yeah. So,
and if you didn't, I ain't do my job.
Exactly.
That's real shit. All right, we're going to move to the next one. This Nautical, Patreon number.
Yo.
All right, he says, hi, Krew. I found a pod 2 months ago, and I appreciate every minute of it. My question is it too late for a 20-year-old to enter into the sleaze, or should I pursue a relationship with this great woman I met? I met this woman that's amazing. So I met this woman that's amazing. She checks all the boxes, shows respect. We simply get along. The problem is that I'm trying to enter the sleaze after my girlfriend of 5 years broke up with me. I'm not mad at my ex or anything like that, but the recovery process has been months long. Plus, I was raised to constantly be in a relationship, so being single is new to me. I'm a 28-year-old with a 6-figure income, but I'm struggling to decide if I should pursue a relationship with this woman or remain wild and out here. Appreciate any advice.
He 20 or 28?
28.
He's 28, and the woman is what?
It's time.
He didn't give her age, but he said he's 28. He's fresh out of a 5-year relationship, and he done found a chick that he feel like is solid.
Hey, I don't know if you got kids, brother. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? But you say this woman solid. I understand what you just came out. You 28, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You 28. If you go to Sleazeball University, odds is you will never find the right woman. That's just, I'm just keeping it a bean with you. And if 2,800 racks.
If you do, something's gonna come with it.
You get what I'm saying?
Just know that.
2,800 racks. I'ma say you ain't got no kids 'cause I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got one kid, that ain't hurting your pockets, bro. But I guarantee you, bro, if you come to the Sleaze, you might as well go buy that penthouse. That's what you did. The moment you step foot on the campus, you might as in that same. Don't even hit the doors. Hit the left, the penthouse suite. Get the penthouse because you done.
Mm-hmm.
You done. You would never be in a relationship that you trust somebody. So in a sense, you shouldn't even be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So you got this good woman in front of you, my dog. See what that's talking about. See what that's talking about. It's 2,800 racks. You need to be starting your family. You know what I'm saying? You need to be starting your legacy, building something. You know what I'm saying? Something tangible, something worthy of your name standing on it forever. You know what I'm saying? And that 100 rack job a year is not going to do it for you. It's not going to fulfill you, my boy. Trust me, it's not. Trust me. That's not going to fulfill you. You know, right now I can do a lot of shit for you as far as getting women and having things and all that. But once that go away, once you done figured out I can put my hands on a lot of shit and then you like, I don't want that shit. That feeling of that 100 racks and I can do whatever, it's going to go away. Now what do you have? And you got a good woman in front of you, bro. You need to see what that's about. You ain't got to press it.
Mm-hmm.
But you do need to see what that's about. See who at the door and see if she's worthy of coming in the house.
Oh,
yeah,
that man should do, man.
I'm with Smooth. I'm gonna say slow boogie, slow play it. Really get to know this person. Pick their brain. Let them know where you're headed and what you're trying to do with your life. Are they ready to be a part of that? Plain and simple. Because yeah, you didn't miss 5 years, but bro, the game is trash. There's nothing out there. It's nothing. And you're going to get that instant gratification and you're going to be ready for her to leave. Why not spend that same time with somebody that actually wants you to be there and you want them to be there? Like, that's one of the best feelings in the world. You rolling over, waking up, and it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm laying next to my woman. Not you waking up like, bitch, get your ass out of here. Why did we even fall asleep? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I would have kicked you out at 3. It's 8 o'clock right now. Your ass still sleep, snoring and shit.
Comfortable in my good sheets.
No. So yeah, man, I'm with Smooth, man. It come time for men, man, where you can't pass up on a good woman because they are rare. Just like it is for finding a real good man. It's rare, man. So if she want to be with you and she ready to ride for you, dog, really get to know her, vet her, and really see where it go. Because you don't want to be in the street. It's gonna delay your time to finding somebody. You're gonna lose that person. You're gonna look back. They're gonna be all happy and stuff, and you're gonna have 2-3 other kids or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man, get out the game. The game is the game, but it also ain't fair. We can play as good as we want to, but then at the end, you ain't gonna have no real satisfaction out of it.
Hey, and I know you can score in damn near every gym on the soil right now. I understand that. Hey, I understand how it go. But sometimes you just need to put the ball down.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know when to go sit in the stands, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Your name is in the Raptors forever. It's in the Raptors forever, baby. You know what I'm saying? You just got to decide if you want to walk away or not. Because you don't want to be, like right now, shit, boy, you just stepped out of a relationship right now. You can go out there on one leg and score 50.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
it's like that out there.
It's like that.
It's like that. You can be in a wheelchair, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But is it worth you scoring this 50 and as soon as you get done, you not satisfied? Everybody else around you is satisfied. But you not satisfied. You don't have nothing that's fulfilling you, is that 50 worth it? You know what I'm saying? You can come to the sideline like me, like the dean, and just coach from the sideline.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then get that, get that same feel.
Get that same feel like I'm in the game. I feel like I'm dribbling right next to the nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, that's real. It's funny, but that's real shit. But I think, you asking us that question, bro. It's like asking us, should you go try drugs right now? Should you go try crack cocaine right now or something? No, you should not, fam. For one, you're not wired for that, as you stated to us. You a relationship minded type of man.
Oh, I ain't thinking about that either. Yeah.
And you don't want to reprogram yourself at 28 to do the wrong shit, because that's what that is. You're going to go out there and you're going to put up 50 just like Smooth talking about, but you're going to feel unfulfilled because that's not what brings you, value or fulfillment. You're going to go out there, you got the money, you're going to be able to get these women. It's easy. It's very, very easy, but it's not fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? It's just like going to your local Asian spot and getting some, orange chicken or whatever. You're going to eat that shit and an hour and a half later, you're going to be hungry again. Because it's not fulfilling. So you 28, you making good bread. It's time to start thinking about legacy at this point. Especially if you done been able to manage to get up out the situation that you was in. It ain't no kids tying you down. It ain't no attachments, no nothing crazy. You ain't had to give up half your money and none of that. You got a fresh start to just start anew, and you got you something solid in front of you. Take advantage of that, bro. Because this game is treacherous. That type of woman does not come in abundance, and I know it feels like it does. You probably got a lot of women that's in your DMs. Say, hey, y'all, now let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. Bro, if you entertain them chicks for a couple days, you gonna quickly realize why they are single and in your DMs. Because there's no substance there. That's not nothing for me to build there. I think O touched on something that was very important. When I wake up and I look at you, I feel a sense of fulfillment there. I feel like I'm building something. That's the dope shit about relationships. Me and my lady been together 14 years. Every time I roll over and I look at her, it's like a reassurance, reinforcement that we are building something. We done stacked all these days together. How many more can we stack? Had a kid together, got a house, got 2 cars, got this, got that. We just steadily accumulating shit. And it's like, how far can we push this? It's way more fulfillment than that. Than waking up in the scenario O just gave. Like, yeah, this bitch still here, 7:30, bitch, it's daylight. I get your ass up and get up out of here. Like, you gonna do that a couple times and realize if you didn't hit one, you didn't hit them all.
It's a fact.
That's just what it is. And some men find that out later than others, but you done had a few months to find that out. Time to start building towards something that got substance. Yeah. That's my advice. Let me see.
I'm about to start giving niggas a cutoff age.
Well, for the sleep, we turned away applicants at this age.
Hey.
I think 26 should be the latest.
Hey, I give you 27 on red shirt. Yeah.
Okay,
that's valid.
You 27, well, not red shirt, but on your extra senior seat.
Yeah, 50 senior.
Yeah, 50 senior. Yeah, I give you that on 27. And then after that, hey, if you ain't had no like marriage and lengthy relationship,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like you can never enter back in. But if you didn't have the marriage and all that type of shit, you done built your legacy and y'all just didn't work in the end. Then you can come to the sleeves at 50, man. You can get back in at you know what I'm saying? But from that 27 to 50, don't even get out of here.
Right. That's real shit. Last one of the day is from Thunder Goat, Patreon.
Is that Thunder Goat? Wait, what? Thunder Goat?
I'm just saying what the man name say, man.
You sure that's a dude? Okay. That better be.
He say, what's good, John?
You say Thunder Throat.
Nah, but y'all niggas always got to go too far. That's why I be trying to scurry along. All right, let's say what's good, y'all. Been tuned into the pod for about 3 months now. Y'all are my go-to pod on long car rides, and I just feel like supporting some brothers, so I sub to the Patreon. Man, welcome to the game.
Appreciate it.
He says, so I'm dealing with a conflicting situation. Me and my girl have been together for just about 3 years at this point. She's been everything to me. She's fit, submissive, supportive, very gentle, and just a great person. A homebody, so she rarely goes out. No annoying ass homegirls. Oh, and she fine as hell. Like fine.
This nigga done dead.
Uh-oh. He say supported me.
He done fucked it up. Let me hear it.
He say supported me through my bad drinking habits when I lost my job and one of my best friends passed and my parents' divorce got ugly. I love her to death, and I know she feels the same way. The problem is that the girl that I met around the same time I met her has always been on my mind. I really like her too, even to this day. When I see her pics or stories, I get butterflies and shit. Like I'm a teenager looking at his crush at school. We have a lot more in common than me and my girl do now. We hang every once in a blue moon, but I make it a thing to never make a move. Thinking with my head and not my dick. We talk often, but in a friendly manner, even though she might slip and call me boo or slide heart emojis here and there, but she knows my situation. And I've never given her any signals that I'll leave my woman for her.
Yeah, you have.
But damn, do I like her a lot. She's fine as hell too. Great career, got her shit together as both parents. Crazy. I have to even say that. And just a fun person to be around. I think about her a lot. Damn. But I'm not a quitter nor a cheater. My girl doesn't deserve that. It's super conflicting because my girl has never crossed me or has given me a reason to leave, which is super hard to find these days. She can be a bit antisocial at times, making it weird in group settings. But with me, she's an open book. I know I'm all she has. So, me and the other girl hung out a few nights ago, maybe after a year of not seeing each other face to face, and had a great time. I know I'm wrong for this, but I never did anything to cross the line. The feelings that I had were confirmed in my head, though. I know she still likes me too, for sure. Man, I really like this woman, and since that night, I can't stop thinking about the what if. It's literally eating me alive, keeping me up, looking at her pics and her story over and over. I never do this to other women. Say the last time I had this feeling for another woman ended up being the best relationship I've been in, which I fucked up, thinking with my dick. He said, I know that if we were together, I'd give her kids and a ring, no hesitation. Just to be clear, I don't want to make it seem like my current relationship is bad. It isn't at all. I know cutting her off completely is only going to have me wanting to spin the block somewhere down the line. I'm not going to leave my woman for her, but I really see myself with this other girl somewhere in the future. I know this is a dumb question, but should I fuck up a good thing to maybe jump into a better situation in the long term?
Never advise that.
Or should I just stay where I'm at and cut the other girl off and continue to grow with my lady? I respect y'all opinion and mindset and rather ask y'all than some of my homies. Much love, crew.
Thunder goat.
I'm not.
You don't take the goat off. Take the goat off. Hey, boy. Hey,
that's tough.
I am not riding with you. Matter of fact, let me out, though. Let me out. She should shoot the car up. Let me out.
Man.
You wrong, fool. You going out with the girl, you wrong, fool.
You tempting yourself even more doing that.
You know what I'm saying? You got a great woman at home, bro. Great woman at home, dog. You know what I'm saying? Believes in you, goddamn me. Everything is good. You said it yourself. Everything is good.
Supporting you.
Why are you outside the house?
Yes, zero complaints.
Why are you outside the house dreaming about having a relationship with this woman?
That's a lot.
He didn't mention his wife was fun. Maybe she's not fun. Maybe that's like the one thing that's different between the two, because he said they both fine.
Bro. But he said his current wife is like antisocial a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's awkward. We in group settings. She don't say shit. She don't make herself be a part of the situation. But when they together, she cool.
But
just adventurous.
But I do hear women say, for real, I hear mature women that's been in marriages for a while, when my man is speaking in a setting and all that, I don't want to say anything. That's not my place. You get what I'm saying? Or them same women will be like, when my man has people over and all that, I'm getting up and I'm leaving. I'm not in their face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to her, that may be respecting you. You get what I'm saying? But for you see it as not being fun. You know what I'm saying? She may have not communicated that with you, but a lot of women see it like that. You know, when my man is speaking, my man is speaking. You know what I'm saying? Or if he's in a group setting with something, let me get out of here and go to the room, or let me leave. You know what I'm saying? It's not my place to be all in their face. You know, now this other woman that you speak of, she bro, shit on the outside of shit, bro. It always seemed more fun than what you got already.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? See, you admiring the little time
Here we
that
go.
you spend.
That's what I was gonna get to. Go ahead.
You expire the little time, but you're not day to day with this woman. You know what I'm saying? So she can be fun, outgoing, and the greatest thing you ever seen in an hour and a half. But when you spending day for day with somebody, that's when you really see. You get to see if they trifling. You get to see how they treat other people. Hell, you really get to see what they see and feel about you if you paying attention. This other girl that you with, she already showed you how she feels about you. Hell, y'all been together. You say the relationship is great. She is showing you day for day, I really love you. I really care about you. Plus, you said she never crossed you. So, with you even going on a date, in a sense, because that's a date. In a woman's eyes, that's a date.
Yeah, that's violation.
It's violation. For you even going on a date with this woman, you're disrespecting this other woman.
Because you'd be pissed if she did that.
You know what I'm saying?
You ready to shoot up the whole goddamn block.
And on top of that, you going on this date, in your mind, you like, man, in the future, man, because you said it, in the future, man, I just see me with you. So you already contemplating and thinking of a strategy to get out the situation that you in now.
Yep.
That's disrespectful, my boy.
If this shit go bad, I know right where I'm going.
Not even that. Not even if.
But that's real.
That's what he thinking though.
He said when.
He said when.
Nigga say
I see her in the future.
My future. He definitely said that.
So it's not when. It's not if.
Damn. That's crazy.
It's when it go bad. So that's meaning I am going to sabotage this. That's what you saying in a sense. That's crazy.
Even if it's not blatant.
Even if it's
subconsciously,
not blatant.
you're gonna look for outs because you see yourself. But again, my answer to this is very, very simple, and I'm gonna answer this with a question because you said that you met both of these women around the same time. And I feel like that's the key part of this situation. It's the key part.
It is.
There's a reason that you chose the woman you're with.
Yep.
And you did not choose her. Think back to what that reason is, and that'll answer your question for you. It's just like Smooth was saying, anybody can seem dope in moderation. Sure. Because again, there's no prep. I mean, you got prep time. I get to do research. I get to, make sure I'm dressed the best. I get to make sure my crib is clean. I get to make sure that like I'm presenting the absolute best version of me to you every time we kick it. But a lot of times you'll realize you get with that woman day for day, and it's a totally different person. Totally different. And also, you might think that your girl is boring, but a lot of times it may take for you to, again, figure out what it is that she has interest in, try new shit, and that may bring out a different side of her that you haven't seen
we say it all the time. They don't pay attention to us. Seems like in your relationship, you're not paying attention to her.
Right. So, it's a situation where you may have her at the club or the lounge or whatever around people and she's awkward. That may not be a scene, but if y'all go travel, go do something else, y'all may go to, whatever, Paris or, whatever, just somewhere different and rock climbing or some type. It might bring out a different side. You may look at her like, damn, she is fun. She just ain't interested in, a lot of the shit that, quote unquote, most people are interested in. So I think you need to kind of explore that and find that, renewed intimacy, like we spoke about on one of the previous pods.
And another thing I would tell you, bro, you just told us she was there with you through your parents' divorce, which was ugly, and with you losing your job, developing a drinking problem.
Best friend pass too.
Yeah.
Best friend pass.
She was there.
You know how many people would have folded on you?
That's a fact.
Hell, I know some people in that time then folded on you. And she stood there tall with you. So for you even discussing this is disrespectful.
But at the same time, I understand it, man.
I understand.
Because when you don't have that and that's why you coming to us. When you don't have that knowledge, shit be seeming like, man, this shit'll be a great situation. But one thing is for certain, time don't lie. So if she's still single and available all this time, it's a reason for that. She's not as great as you think she is. Because if she was, she would have a man of her own.
Yep.
But instead, she's choosing to be your second option.
And then on top, that's what I was gonna say. Bro.
What you about to say?
She know you in a relationship.
That's what I was going to. That's what I was about to get to.
She know you in a relationship. She know you in a committed, right? Not just no bullshit. You in a committed relationship.
And where's she at?
And she still chooses to go on dates with you.
Yep.
That lets you know all you need to know.
Speaks volumes.
So that's going to what if you don't know, but what that should tell you is if I get in a relationship with this woman, we met on some cheating shit. How you think it's going to end?
You got to analyze all this, bro. And I know it's hard because you're looking at it from your point of view thinking, nah, I'm just a dope person. We always had this connection. No. any woman who will submit herself to that will fold on you in the long run.
That is a fact.
It's just what it is. So, again, sometimes you got to step outside of your own situation and analyze this shit from an objective perspective. And you're not doing that. You thinking about all the history you got with this girl. You thinking that every time we kick it, man, it's amazing. It's always good. And don't get me wrong. I know when you're in a long-term relationship, shit can kind of get stale in your relationship sometimes. But that's on you to reinvigorate it however is necessary. Again, if that's getting y'all out of y'all comfort zone, if that's traveling, if that's just trying new restaurants, going to different places, just trying new shit in order to find that newfound intimacy, that's on you to do. And again, by you saying that you even, that you considering whatever, that means that you done quit on it. That's what that means.
And I know you ain't no quitter, right? Because you know when
he just said it. He said it verbatim. I ain't no quitter. That's what he said.
I'm excuse that right now. You in the Patreon. You got opportunity here. I know you ain't no quitter, right? Because if you is, you might as well unsubscribe. We don't fuck with quitters. We don't quit on nothing. No matter how shaky it's going. Even if we fucking them, we ain't perfect. We ain't perfect. But for damn sure, they'll never say we quit on something. Or we ain't fulfill our obligations to the best we can fulfill it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the question you got to ask yourself. Damn, man.
And I know it's going to be in the back of your head, but I think it'll be different if... It'll be a little bit different if he wasn't going on these dates and stuff with her. Like if he, at that moment chose who he wanted to choose back then, and in the back of his mind was like, if this happened to work out, I think I know where I should have went or something like that. I think that's a little bit different than actually executing and hanging out with it. Because now you tipping yourself more. These little chicken nuggets that you're getting, you thinking is cool, but really you're not really being fulfilled like you think you are.
Yeah, because she's serving as your crutch. So every time me and my current girl have an argument, you hitting her up and the conversation is amazing. Or every time she ain't giving me the sex I want, you going to her and everything is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta realize.
He ain't beat.
We mean like
I mean, just generally, just tempting. You know what I'm saying? That shit will make you think about it. And again, like O said, if you actually going and kicking it with this person,
that's crazy.
That brings about a whole new level of temptation. Like it's one thing to just think about, well, damn, I wonder if a girl from 10 years ago would work.
Right.
Compared to you seeing her every week, she looking good, y'all kicking it. It's just like, damn.
Like that TikTok I seen. Yeah, sometimes I flirt and all that just to see if I got it. But going hang out, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And so, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, you gotta cherish what you got. And remember, again, the question I asked, you knew them both for about the same amount of time. It's the reason you chose who you chose. Trust in your decision making, bro. Simple and plain.
Sound like damn near like I think I love my wife.
Right.
when he got tempted, you want to hang out with her for lunch and it's all casual and stuff, but he knowing she fine too. Like you don't, bro, you don't want that on your hands, dog.
That's how it go.
Cause the shit y'all been through, bro, with that woman going through with your ass, and she finds this out, you don't know what that'll turn her into, bro.
It's over. That's gonna turn into a whole different person. I know that.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, she's gonna think about all that I've been through, all this shit with you, and then you may end up on Snap, boy. You may end up on Snap, boy.
It's the shit that women be talking about, though.
That's real.
For real, when they be saying I did literally everything for him, I was there for him by his side, and I was, doing this, doing that, and he still walked out on me or cheated on me. That's the type of shit they be talking about,
bro.
And we can't prove them right, big dog. So we gotta do what we gotta do to make sure they wrong. Yeah.
Hey, you gotta be.
That nigga say right.
We gotta be stronger.
So fact.
We gotta be a little stronger, man.
Whatever it takes, man.
You say you not. Oh yeah, he did say he wasn't thinking with his other head.
Right.
But you are thinking with your other head a little bit because the fact that you out. You know what I'm saying? You are thinking with it just a little bit.
Yeah.
The fact that you tried to justify the whole situation. No, man, baby. We here to help. We trying to save you, man.
That's a fact, man. And on that note, man, we up out of here, man. Boys, got any last words before we go?
Man,
YouTube been cooking.
Shout out to everybody on YouTube.
Almost 9K in the last week. Well, 28 days overall, but
you know.
Hey,
we're going crazy.
Shout out to all the new listeners, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
That's a fact.
We going live on Wednesday
That's
night.
a fact.
Every Wednesday. So make sure y'all stay tuned. We gonna ramp this shit up.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I love it, man. On that note, man, we up out of here. We're going to play a record off that new Dirk album. It's called Risky. We gone, man. Appreciate y'all.
She was just there for the season.